Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Certainly glad to have you. You guys, whether it's your first time or coming back to the channel, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, I sure would appreciate it. Every time you hit that like, helps those videos, helps them a lot, and I sure would appreciate it. Anyway, I thought I'd try to get this video in before I take my bike in to get it checked over from Sturgis, because my friend Dave and I, we were riding like outlaws. I don't normally do that. But when in Rome, as they say. My friend Dave doesn't get out as much as he would like to, so when he does, he takes full advantage of where he's going and full advantage of that throttle. And I got him in a couple of videos, Sturgis videos. Dave and I have been friends for a long time. But I digress. I need to do a video about really what's happening with the Harley Davidson mindset. I don't think anyone else has mentioned this, but it used to be not too long ago we kept complaining, you know, Harley is forgetting about their core rider, and you got all these new bikes coming out, it's electric, and all of a sudden they have reversed course. But it's not what you think. So the nice folks at Harley Davidson, you know, they tried to get some newer bikes for newer riders. But I think, just this, they finally realized what I realized in 2020. There are no newer, younger riders. Not like we think. Maybe a few strays. But ever since that damn C word, we have lost the next generation from telling them to stay safe. Stay safe. Don't do that. You gotta stay safe. Don't go out. Don't take chances. That is what we're teaching this next generation. The only motorcycles they're going to be riding are virtual, maybe in some motorcycle game. We have taught them to fear their own shadow. It's really breaks my heart, and it's devastating to see. You know, when I go to the shopping center, if I go to the grocery store, which, yeah, I cook all the time, love to cook, my wife doesn't, but I see face diapers on, you know, 85, 90-year-old people, because they're scared. But the only other group that does are teenagers and young 20-year-olds. They have been taught to just trust whatever the government says, and they are scared to death. Don't do this, don't do that. If they end up living their lives like that, it won't be much life to live. You know, we all need, especially young men growing up, to stretch the boundaries, something dangerous. And while there are other things more dangerous than riding motorcycles, if you spend your whole life trying to be safe in everything, you will not live. You need to stretch out, take chances, because that's what life is. You know, taking chances is how you grow. You know, when you're a baby, sticking that knife in that electric socket, well, you learn real quick. But we are not teaching this next generation to take any chances at all. And Harley Davidson has realized that. And that's why all the new bikes you see are meant for guys like us, and maybe, you know, like my son's age, 40s, late 30s, 40s. And they're concentrating on that market because they know this is it. We are the last. And of course, we have the most money. The price of the bikes reflects that. But we are the last, especially my generation. You know, we are the guys who took chances. Of course, there are people like my son who, both my sons were vets. They went to war. They took a lot of chances. And they spent their life stepping out, taking chances in their careers, what they drive, what they ride. And they're living life. And it's all the young men in that generation who are doing that. And they're the last of it. It's very, very sad to see. But just look at all the new bikes that Harley's coming out with. They're expensive, and they're taking care of their core customers, period. That's all they've got. They've realized, looking down the road, motorcycle sales will be, well, diminish is would be a kind word. And unless we do something, unless we stop telling our kids, hey, stay safe. And I don't ever want to hear that again in my life. Stay safe. Hell no. I'm not staying safe. I teach my kids the same way. They join the military. And they are better men for it. And there's a lot of young women who do the same thing. I know a lot of young women who ride Harleys. But they're not of that generation. And hopefully we'll get a few, but I don't see it. So that's why you're seeing all the new Harleys that are meant for us, and they're not meant for the next generation. Of course, I think electrics are dead. They're not going to go anywhere. My son is in the energy business, and he tells me the same thing. There's no way a grid can handle it if they want to do what they want to do. The state of California, not that I wish harm on California, but as soon as they mandate electric cars, they will have no electricity in California. They're already like telling people not to charge their electric cars at night. Wait till 2030 when they won't allow the sale of gasoline cars. Anyway, that was just kind of my rant. Next couple of days, this goes into Dan. I'm getting some new front shocks and getting a couple things done. He's checking it out. Shocks I bought months and months ago. I just haven't had time to do anything with them. The next time you see a video from me, there's going to be some changes on the bike.